half that of a warship. So they pretty much had to attack head-on, which presented the smallest possible target. Merchant ships and passenger ships were unfortunately far, far easier to bring down. Actually, the first British passenger ship sunk by a U-boat was the SS Falaba, sunk this week. And in a coincidentally related bit of trivia, that sinking resulted in the first American citizen killed in the war. Leon Thrasher, a mining engineer. He was drowned when U-28 torpedoed the Falaba en route from Liverpool to West Africa. Also this week, on April 1st, French aviation pioneer Roland Garros shot down his first German plane. Now this was remarkable because Garros was the first pilot able to fire his machine gun between the blades of his propeller. His propeller was armored, and steel wedges deflected bullets that otherwise might have damaged the propeller. This brought the war in the air to a new level, and the technology would only become more deadly when proper interrupter gear was introduced later in 1915. And the end of the week arrives, with the war in the air and beneath the seas growing and growing. The Western Front is relatively quiet. In the east, the Austrians struggle to hold on, and in the south, the Serbs see conflict once again. But all over Europe, people are on the move. In 1914, the Russian invasion of East Prussia caused around 1 million Germans to leave their homes. There were over 150,000 Belgian refugees in Great Britain by the spring of 1915. 500,000 Serbian refugees managed to end up in Albania at some point. I'm getting many of these numbers from an article by Peter Gatrell, and he also cites estimates of the total wartime refugees for the Russian Empire as being as high as 6 million. Now, we've thrown a lot of numbers at you over the past 8 months, but not that large, not in the millions. But that's now where we are. Millions of refugees all over Europe, all looking for a home. And they got sympathy, of course. Tons of sympathy, at least at first. Thing is, sympathy and hospitality very quickly evaporated in a lot of cases when it turned out the refugees had no money to pay for either food or accommodation, and many once again became victims. They often didn't speak the language. They were sick, too old to work, they were too young to work. One thing that characterized most of them was desperation, wherever they came from and wherever they went. They were no longer on the front lines, no, and they no longer risked daily destruction, but they had lost everything. They were in strange and hostile environments, and they suffered terribly. Millions upon millions of them. Refugees